Hello everyone, and welcome to my little presentation on Userforms and the code that goes behind it. As promised, I am showing you the project that I worked on in college. This is my financial transaction project. It's kind of the first big project that I did there. But as you can see already on the screen, there is an account, there is a form, a user form with 3 buttons on it. Add accounts, add transactions, and post transactions. Now you can see on here that I already have a transaction that isn't posted. You can tell that it's not posted because it doesn't say posted on those lines. So what we're going to do is I'm going to push this button, post transactions. Post. What it did was it posted the transaction to the 3 accounts that were on that transaction. So today's date 5/5, $1,000, bringing the cash account up to $2,760. Accounts receivable, $2,000 was added from today. And then if we scroll all the way over to sales, it'll say $3,000 in sales. And that's all the information right here. Now that button is there, so it'll save me a lot of time from having to copy and paste all of this information on those 3 spreadsheets. And so now we're going to go to add transactions. Quite a bit of code went into this one to make it work for me. I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, but at that time I just didn't care. This is what worked for me. But when we open up the form, the date field automatically is populated with today's date. And let's do a transaction, because you can do up to 6 accounts on a transaction. Let's say that we had somebody pay on their account. So they're paying us cash for the $3,000 sale that we had previously. Let's just say that this is on a much later date, not today. So we're going to debit cash, credit accounts receivable, because we're going to take it out of accounts receivable. Now what happens here, you'll notice down at the bottom this submit button, the text is gray. That means I can't submit this transaction until the transaction balances. So what we're going to do is make this a credit button. Now our debits and our credits balance. This is a great control to make sure that all of your transactions balance before you post it to the general ledger. So now you can press submit, and it posts it on the general ledger sheet. And I don't have to do any formatting. I wrote code to format it for me. So now we're going to do add accounts. Quite a bit of code went into this too. So you can select from 5 different categories of accounts. And we have a list box here listing all of the different accounts that are available under each category. So let's add equipment. So you saw that the screen flickered a lot, but what happened was it copied the template for a ledger for each account that we will be loading. And what it did, here's the trial balance. It added a line to the trial balance, and here's our account equipment. And this is all the ledger information that we need, and complete with our debit and credit balances. all the formulas and everything that you need. It saves me a lot of time having those user forms with VBA code. It just makes things a whole lot easier and more efficient for me and whoever else decides that they want to use a program like this. Here is the code that went behind it. Excuse me, there we go. This is what went into adding an account. This is pretty much all the code that goes into actually adding the account, pushing that button. So we want to basically add the account name from the list box in our add account form. Open up the account template spreadsheet, select it, copy it, paste it onto a new sheet right here. See, add sheets.add.name equals name. So we're going to add all of this stuff. So I'll select active paste and all that fun stuff. And it will do like I demonstrated earlier. Here's some of the code that went into the list boxes. We have the assets list, add account forms. Now I'm sure there's an easier way a shorter way to write that all out, but this is when I was in college and I was first learning Visual Basics. Just something that helped me grasp the concept. So it's a do while loop, and I'm asking it to keep adding account names into that list box until I reach the 200 accounts. So all the accounts that have the number 200 or higher will not get added. Anything that's below 99 will not get added. That's when you push the assets option button on the add accounts button. So that's what it does. And this is pulled from another spreadsheet, chart of accounts spreadsheet in this workbook. But there you go. That's Userforms and Visual Basics code, hopefully in a nutshell. And I hope you enjoyed this. Happy spreadsheeting, everybody. Have a great day.